Yo, hey, peace and love. Happy Sunday, family. Happy Sunday, soulful Sunday, solid and soulful Sunday. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Light, first Sunday of the new year. Hope you guys had a beautiful holiday season. Hope that you guys are feeling good and strong. And I'm just setting up this other device, a little behind this morning. Give me a second, and his device, the legs, it might be old. The legs ain't as firm as they used to be, right? But we about to have it set up. Just give me another second. We're gonna get this thing right one way or another. Get it right. We're just gonna sit it down and let it go up. Technical. Right? Life is like that. Life, you be having plans and it works one day one way, and then the next day you try the same thing and it don't work the same. Ain't that a message for life? Today it works, tomorrow it does not work the same. You gotta every day is a different story. Every day is a different way, right? But it's all good, it's all divine. You gotta take your time and it'll all work out fine. All right, that's the message. That's a message for somebody. It's all divine. You just take your time and it'll work out fine. Just take your time. A lot of us rush through things. We want things to happen like that. Oh, it worked yesterday. Should be working today. If it ain't working today, take your time and figure it out. Just take your time. Take your time. Take your time. We are here on this Sunday, January 4th, 2026. Sunday Light is still going. We're back. We're still here. We're going to be here every Sunday throughout the year. All right. But today we're going to talk about the year of the horse, the year of the fire horse specifically, and that entails transformation, that entails being bold, that entails radical change in some ways, right? And so that is the theme of this week's show. It's change, it's transformation, it's radical transformation, it's bold moves, it's courage, it's confidence, right? Is following some of those ideas that you had 10, 20, 30 years ago that were dormant. It's all about taking advantage of the energy that is present to you, right? The energy that is surging through you. So we're going to get into that today. We're going to read some stuff, right, from Chinese zodiac and the meaning of the horse and the fire horse, and we're going to set some intentions today. We're going to set some intentions, and we're going to move forward. Set some intentions on how we'll move forward throughout the year. But first, as always, we're going to burn some blue sage. We're going to get into a prayer, all right? Uh, burn the sage, and as I burn the sage and as I get into the space for prayer, my prayer on this Sunday morning is that every single person who hears this message, who hears these words, who hears this prayer, embraces their transformation, sheds their old skin, so to speak, their old habits that no longer serve them, the relationships that no longer serve them. And I know that that takes courage, that takes confidence, that takes strength. So I pray that we all have the strength to let go of that which no longer serves us. I pray that we have the faith that in letting go of relationships and letting go of habits and letting go of ways of thinking, that our faith lets us know that what's coming, what's ahead, even if we may not be able to see it fully, is better than what we held on to, because what we held on to is not serving us. So it is better to let go of what is no longer serving us and walk forward into the unknown than to keep what is no longer serving us, knowing that tomorrow will be just like yesterday. So I pray that we have that courage. I pray that we have that confidence. I pray that we have that strength. I pray that we have that faith. I pray that we have that conviction. I pray that we have the discipline to maintain our focus, to maintain our consistency, to maintain our faith. Right? The discipline to maintain faith, to hold on to faith when things get rocky and we may want to revert back to what was. I pray that we have the strength to hold on, remain disciplined, remain consistent, remain focused on where we are going. Pray that we all embrace this transformative energy that is present for all of us, regardless of your zodiac sign, regardless of your age, your race, your gender, your financial status, regardless of anything that may separate you from others. The transformative energy is available for all of us. It will impact all of us differently. It will show up for all of us differently. But I pray that we all walk into this energy with faith, with confidence, with courage, and with conviction. And that's my prayer for the Sunday. Ashe. Family. And how didn't I press the button? I was doing all of that. It didn't press. I did all of that. It didn't press the live on the IG. My apologies, Instagram. You missed the prayer. I'm sorry for that. But we are here live now on Instagram. Facebook is live. YouTube is live. And now Instagram is live. And so IG, right? Just to get you guys caught up. Today we are talking about the year of the horse, right? This is another episode of Sunday Light. We're here each and every Sunday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, Instagram Live. And this Sunday, we're talking about transformation. Transformation. What scares us about transformation, how we move into transformative spaces, transformative years, transformative energy, with confidence, with faith, with conviction, with strength, with courage, with discipline, with consistency. And that was pretty much the essence of my prayer. And so I pray that each of you on Instagram, each of you who watches this segment, watches this show, embraces what is available to you. It has the qualities, attributes necessary to move forward in a way that is beneficial not only to you directly, but it benefits those closest to you, your partner, your family, your children, your parents, your siblings, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, your nieces, your nephews, your friends, your co-workers, those in your community, those in your neighborhood, those who practice the same musical instruments, the same religion, right? Those of the same race. May the energy that impacts you radiate outward and impact everyone else. So family, let's get into it. First and foremost, I want to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone who observes, to everyone who embraces, right, this time. And I love this time, right, because it's always a time of great, I guess, debate, right? What is true, what is not, what is real, what is not. It's always a time when, those who have certain information share, and they share in a way that makes them seem like they're better than others, right? Who don't have the information, right? Yeah, and it's name calling. If you practice this, you're a fool, and if you observe this, then you just stuck. You sleep and you a sheep. I saw somebody who I got love for posting their status. They was like, if you celebrate this, you just a sheep. And I'm like, damn, it's crazy. And then I realized, right, as I observed, some people put out certain energy while certain people are in certain situations, right? Yeah. And so as someone who once, as I grew up, like the rest of us, it was just New Year. New Year is a new year, it's a new year. And then I learned, right, that it's a fiscal new year, right? It's about money, right? December 31st to January 1st is about money, is about just business, corporation stuff, right? US is a corporation. And you learn that new year, new life is spring, right? However, somebody said that different cultures across the world observe their new year at different times. So there is no real new year, right? Well, we can say that. We can say here in the West, right? If the flowers bloom, right? Spring, that could be spring equinox. That could be a new year. And we can also say that we observe and we focus on business, right? So this is a new year for our businesses. It's a new year for our corporations. We can say all of that. It all can be true, right? But so yeah, this is a great time. So happy New Year, happy New Year, happy New Year. I hope that you all had a beautiful holiday. Whether you celebrate Kwanzaa, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you observe, if we celebrate none of it, I hope that at the end of your year, your time off from work, your time off from school, I hope that it was peaceful. I hope that it was blissful. I hope that you were able to ground yourself. I hope that you if you have family, connected with family. If you don't have family, I hope that you just felt, strong and you were able to endure. Sound mind, sound body, right? But yeah, man, listen. Before we even get into the year of the horse, I want to say that I was showing Kimona something on the phone earlier, right? And I've learned that again, the energy is present, right? And I may have mentioned this a few weeks ago, is that when you are tuned into yourself, when you are tuned into yourself, your emotions, your thoughts, when you are aware of the energy levels that are, coursing through your body, you feel shifts. You can feel the energetic shifts in the universe, right? You are one with the universe. We are one with planet Earth. We can feel the different energetic shifts, right? I mentioned to you guys that in November, Usha's birthday was very significant because I went from being angry, I went from holding on anger, all right, holding on to anger about my situation with my children and their mother, to and it was in a moment when I could have been angry, right? Received some communication that threw me off, and I could have been angry, but in that moment, it was just compassion, it was empathy, right? It was understanding, it was forgiveness, and all the anger, literally, like freaking the skin on a snake, it all shed, all the anger left, and it was like for the next 2 weeks. I wanted to be angry, right? And I told some of the young people I work with, I was like, yo, I'm confused because, and I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated and confused. I'm frustrated that I'm confused because I want to be angry because this is a situation where I should be angry. The old me, right? The old LaShawn, the old Ray Ray wants to be angry because I want to, like, that's what I know. I know anger. I know like fighting. I know like, so I want to keep that energy, but I'm not angry anymore. And I don't really know what to do with this. And so, of course, I know what to do with this, to sit with it, right? If there's no decision, if the energy is confused, sit in that space of confusion. Be there, embrace it. And I embraced it, continue to observe why, right? Continue to let time pass, no responses, no communication. And then boom, we're in a whole new space where it's completely different. In the same time, idea comes, hits me. Boom! Idea, something that I've been thinking about since I was 12 maybe, and I was aware of, maybe even younger than 12 most likely, when I was aware of my brother being incarcerated, right? My older sister going to prison, right? My cousin being incarcerated, right? And my uncle going back and forth to jail, people in the neighborhood. When I became aware of people going back and forth to jail, something I started thinking about: why are people going back and forth to jail? Why are people who have opportunities, who have loving families, right, who have intelligence, creativity, right? Why are they freaking keep going back to jail? So what happened? Nothing of it. Then I end up growing. I end up getting arrested a bunch of times, right? Bunch of arrests for all types of things. Freaking stolen car, freaking assault, freaking small stuff. Riding a bike on the sidewalk, riding a fucking motor scooter, smoking weed outside, robbery, all type of arrest, right? End up getting on probation. End up having a felony that was dismissed. Well, not dismissed, but became a youthful offender, right? I was youth, caught a felony, and youthful offender. That was the assault. Then got drug charge. That was as an adult, probation, 5 years probation, felony probation, and then I ended up going to prison for 3 years for a shooting, right? I came home, and I've been home ever since. March 9th this year will be 19 years since I've been home from prison. I have not gone back, not one time, not for parole violation, not for nothing, right? I will say that that took some grace, because the first year I was home, I was still in the streets, right? First year and a half I was home, 18, 19 months, I was still dabbing in the streets. I did have an idea of what I wanted to do, though. I did have a direction, I did have a focus, I did have a mission. I said, we're gonna figure out movies. We're gonna make movies, we're gonna make films, we're gonna write books, we're gonna figure out how to positively impact the world. I just don't know how to make money, right? In the way that I like to make money, by talking to people. I don't know how to get money talking to people and being free. So I went back to what I knew, right? A couple of times, got stopped and let go, right? Like find nothing, right? They find something, they beat me up, take my stuff, take my money, right? Corrupt cops, right? That happens. That's a real thing when cops are corrupt and they catch you with some shit. And depending on what time it is, depending on who you are, depending on all of that stuff, they'll just take your shit, take your drugs, take your money, and then like just throw you. Right? And that's what they did. Literally threw me on the floor, kicked me, took my stuff out of my pocket, took my money, drove off. Right? Grace, grace. Now, I think all of us experience some sort of grace a lot of us, unfortunately, don't take heed to the messages. I took heed, right? Because like that happened, another thing happened, and I was like, holy cow, right? We got to do something different because like this stuff keeps happening. Either again, that was the vision. Either I'm gonna be in prison for a long time, or I'm gonna end up killing somebody. And so let's make the change. In early November 2008, we made the change, made the shift. Right, I haven't gone back to prison since I've been home almost 19 years. I have friends who have been back 4, 5, and 6 times. 3-year bid, 4-year bid, 6-year bid, 18 months. Right, like yo, like, and then you ask them all when they first come home, yo, you staying home this time? They're like, hell yeah, I ain't going back there. And a lot of times, too often, they go back. So I'm always asking myself, what is the difference? Right? What's the difference between not just me and them, but what they say they want and what they actually end up doing? Right? What's the block? And so just thinking about this thing. And 2 months ago, an idea, a concept related to that literally hits me. Boom. And let me back up a little bit. About 4 or 5 years ago, three to 5 years ago, 2021, 2022, 2023, damn, 2026 already, right? Between that time, the idea came back and the formulated as something. I said, okay, I'm gonna take this idea, right? I'm gonna take this industry, blend it with this industry to solve this problem specifically, right? I think these two industries come together to address this problem, and I think it'll work in a freaking big way. And so as I'm formulating that idea, as I'm building on the concept, I got a few friends in the different industries, and I'm like, we got to blend, right? I'm in one of the industries, the other industry I know nothing about really. I know stuff about, but I'm not in it at all. So I got some friends in it, right? And I'm like, yo, what do you think if this? They're like, yo, that's dope. That's dope. I think that'll be fire. It'll work. But you know, sharing an idea with somebody and them saying it'll work is great. But that's nothing. I didn't have a real plan. Again, I had ideas of how like we could all work together, and I'm trying to bring them in as partners. And like, yo, but I got nothing formulated yet, right? So now, fast forward, ideas there, concept there. The way to do it is there, right? What I need to bring together, the people I need to work with to make this shit real, to make it happen, is there in my head, right? It's written down. Two months ago, New Surge Your Energy comes, right? Again, end of November, early December, right before the new year, energy comes. Surge, play as day. Boom. This is it. I go online, I go on the internet, type some stuff up, right? This is what comes back. I'm like, oh shit, this is it. This is it. This is how to do it. And again, I'm just my own intuition, right? What I feel. I told Kimona a week or two ago, I realized that life is a feeling game. It's a thinking man's game, yes, right? You gotta think, you gotta make wise decisions, wise choices, right? Thinking like, do I say something? Do I not say something? Do I address this issue? Like, you gotta make wise decisions because without thinking, you could be caught up. However, life is a feeling game. You gotta feel your way through it, not an emotional game. There's a difference between feeling and emotion, right? You gotta feel your way through it. That's your intuition. What do you feel, right? When Kimona and I were hiking in the freaking woods for 7 hours, and it was about 6:30 something, 6:40 something, and the sun was starting to set, and we looked and there's a mountain, right? Some woods, and it's like mad high. And I'm like, yo, if we go in there, now we had just crossed the road, right? We just left the road about 5 minutes back this way. Like we go this way, there's no telling that that's an exit. There's no telling that that's where we need to be. That's where the car is. There's no telling, right? So we can go that way, but the sun will probably go down before we even get to the top, right? We can go back this way and be back where we was freaking 6 hours from 7 hours from where we started, right? What do you feel? Now, what do you think? What do you feel? What's your intuition telling you? She was very honest. She said, babe, I don't know. I can't go with you. I said, all right, it's better to be out. It's better to go backwards, be on the road lost with the sun down in the middle of nowhere than to be in the middle of the freaking woods with fucking coyotes and mountain lions and shit, right? That's what I know. We go back, but feeling, life is a feeling, and you got to be in touch with your intuition. One of the problems that we have as a human family when it comes to intuition is that we are so bogged down, we are not even in tune with our intuition. We're stressed, we overeat, we eat the wrong shit, right? We're too intoxicated, we're too high. We have no, and then we don't know, right? People don't talk about intuition like that. Like they talk about vibes in the hood, in the streets. Yo, what's the vibe? Yo, the vibe is off, right? But we haven't really been given the education. We haven't really been given the tools to fully assess this thing called intuition, what it is when we feel that freaking those knots in the pit of our stomach, what that's telling us. What I've learned is that, and some of you who are watching may be able to attest to this, every single time I've gone to prison, every single time I've got arrested, there were knots in my stomach hours before, telling me I should have did something different, right? That I did not pay attention to, right? You hear it so many times, so many guys who go to prison, right? Guys specifically, I mean, women go to prison too, but I know guys, this happens with. Guys, when they go to prison, if they had a girlfriend or, they have a mom, it was always so many stories of the mother said they shouldn't go outside, right? The girlfriend said they should stay home, right? They felt they should stay, but they like, nah, I gotta go. Like, whether it was beef and like, I ain't no punk, I gotta go outside and handle this shit, and they end up getting killed, right? Because those are situations too where clearly they don't live to tell it, but like their family told the story, right? Sister told the story. Man, there's so many stories. There's so many stories. So many stories of this young person. The parent didn't want them to go to the party. They go to the party, end up getting killed, or end up killing somebody. Both, right? Intuition. The day I got shot, June 2nd, 2003, Monday morning. June 1st, Sunday. Literally once 12 a.m. hit, and it's January 2nd now, 12 a.m. Outside gambling, hustling in front of my building. Every hour on the hour, my stomach was hurting more and more and more. Not to my stomach, not to my stomach. And I'm just thinking, right, because we drinking, we smoking, we outside hustling. I'm just thinking something I ate. So I keep going upstairs to use the bathroom. I don't have to use the bathroom, right? It's just gas coming out, but it's stomach every hour on the hour, literally until the hour I got shot. Sitting in front of the building, smoking some weed with my friends, and my stomach is fucking with me. I'm like, yo, my stomach is fucking going crazy, right? Like, yeah, go take a shit. I'm like, I don't gotta use the bathroom, right? So we still smoking. Literally, within an hour, y'all came out the building behind me and shot me 3 times. Stomach, I felt it. Intuition. I was supposed to be somewhere else. I was supposed to be on that Monday morning. I was supposed to wake up at my crib in South Jamaica, Queens, get the girl I was messing with at the time. We were supposed to head to the city and get on a bus and go to Connecticut. That was the plan. I was going to Connecticut to meet with my cousin. He worked at the Taj Mahal Casino. We were going to the casino. We were going to spend 2 days down there gambling and having fun with my cousin. That was the plan. Monday, June 2nd, 2003. Sunday night, I was supposed to be home, right? I had enough money. I'm outside hustling just because of the life, right? It's not about always getting more money. It's about this is just the lifestyle. This is just what we do. So I didn't necessarily, quote unquote, need the money. I mean, we always need more money, but I didn't necessarily need the money to make the trip happen. I just wanted to go to QB, wanted to get the rest of my stuff off, right? And not being aware of intuition, I stayed out too long past the time and stuck, right? Like something had me stuck. I could not leave. Like I was like, literally, I kept saying, all right, I'm leaving an hour. I'm leaving an hour. Down to the 6 a.m. came, 6:30 a.m. Sun is coming up. I go on the hill. If you know Queens, I go on the hill in front of what used to be the candy store. I'm sitting in front of the candy store. Didn't even open yet. Candy store finally opened. I'm sitting there. I'm a block away from the train station. I'm headed to the train. I left the block. I'm headed to the train. We outside all night. I'm headed to the train. I see 3 friends walk by. 3 friends walk by. Where y'all going? Yo, we going to get something to eat, man. Right. All of us was outside all night. Right. Yo, we going to the Spanish restaurant, get some breakfast. The guy to holler at y'all. All right. Yo, have a good trip. Right. They know where I was going. I'm like, all right. Instead of walking to the train. Again, this is all spirit. Spirit says, no, go get something to eat too. So now I walk behind them. But they're already, they gone already, right? They already there. And me going behind them, I end up going through a block. All right. See guys gambling, guy who I had an issue with prior. We start gambling, right? And One thing led to another. I ended up walking off, right, cursing them out, right. Came back, had a fight, beat him up, came back and shot me. Intuition. I should have. I was at the train. I was a block away from the train. You could see the train station from where I was. All right, you could see the train station from where I was, but because we're not taught, because we're not given that understanding, that wisdom of what that intuition is, what is it telling us, what does it mean, and then what should we follow, right? To sit with it, ask the question, all right, what should I do right now? And again, we could say it's all divine, because if I don't get shot, if that doesn't happen, maybe something worse happens a month or two later, right? Because I had a death wish still at the time. So maybe something worse happened, right? Who knows? Maybe I go to Connecticut with the girl, the bus crashes, right? Maybe, like, who knows what will happen? But what I do know, and all I know, is that in my stomach, in the pit of my stomach, I felt funny. I felt something that wasn't right, right? And I didn't pay attention to it. So now, I said all that to say that when it comes to goals, when it comes to our dreams, when it comes to transformation, right, and opportunities to transform, signals always come, right? The universe is always speaking to us. God is always speaking to us. Always, 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 right? Speaking to us, speaking through us, speaking from within us all the time, no matter what. The problem is, again, the dial is turned too low. Similar to what Mamdani said, Mayor Mamdani, right, said when the election night when he won, 4 words to Trump: turn the volume up. 3 words: turn the forward, turn the volume up, turn that shit up, turn the volume up, right? The volume and the communication from you to God, from you to source, from you to the universe, universe to you. Turn it up, right? You turn it up by quieting your mind. Quiet your mind, quiet your thoughts, right? Exercise, eat better, sunlight, right? Proper rest, right? All of these things help you get more in tune with the message that is being communicated to you from source energy. Now we're gonna get specifically into Firehorse. Shrine of Mill, what's going on? Javon Circle Keeper, peace and love, family. What's going on? We're gonna get more into specifically the year of the Firehorse in 2026, in this transformative year after we just left the 9-year of the snake, right? Where we shed a lot, where there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of growth, right? There's a lot of things happened that forced us to look deeper inside, introspection, right? What am I carrying? What am I holding? What have I become? Right? What have I become, and what am I willing, or what do I need to let go of? What do I need to put behind me? Right? What energy am I carrying that is no longer serving me? Again, whether it's habits, whether it's ways of thinking, whether it's relationships and people, right? What am I holding on to that is no longer benefiting me? Let me let this shit go, right? Me, it was anger. I let anger go. I've been angry for a few years. I mean, I've been angry for a lot of my life, but specifically for the last few years in 2022, I've been angry. And maybe even before that, I've been angry about a situation, right? In the last year, I let that shit go, right? I'm still like, it's still remnants. It's like, oh, this happened. Like, oh, to Kimona, like I'm angry, but not angry like violent angry. I'm just angry like, oh, I don't know what to do, right? Still, let that shit go. God always talking to us. Idea's gonna come to you. It probably already came to you. You probably already have the idea and you're questioning or you're doubting, right? Oh, not now. Oh, I got this going on. Oh, I got that going on. Oh, I got to focus on this. Listen, there are times when you get a surge of energy so powerful that births an idea so profound that everything that you're currently working on, everything that you're currently doing, has to take a backseat. Because this is the one that's going to fuel everything else, put you in a different position so that you can handle everything else. God told me years ago, my man, Dr. Busy, he said, sometimes in order to get everything you want, you got to be willing to put down everything you have. You got to be willing to let go of everything you have. How can you get more if your hands are full? How can you get more when your hands are full? Your hands are full. There's no space. There's no room for any more, but you want more. Full, you got to put some shit down. You got to make space, make room, right? You got to make room. Now, listen, let's read some stuff specifically, right? The year of the horse. This is the year of the horse, 2026. The year of the horse in the Chinese zodiac occurs every. Hold on. we're gonna go here. This is hold on. The year of the fire horse, specifically, or red horse, is a rare and powerful combination that occurs only once every 60 years. February 17th, right? So like 2027, 2026, we're going into it, right? Because the Chinese New Year is different. We're not there yet, but that's February 17th. February 17th, 2026 to February 2027, right? Key characteristics and symbolism. Intense energy. This year is defined by double fire energy. The horse is naturally a fire animal, and its power is amplified by the fire element. I'm sure some of you guys felt it. I know some of you have felt the shift in energy, and I'm sure that you're feeling the power surge in you right now, in your ideas, in your feelings, in your passion, whether it's related to your love life, whether it's related to your romantic, intimate love life, love of your children, of your family, of your friends, right? Your career, right? Your passions, right? Your interests. I'm sure you feel it. Don't ignore that. Don't ignore that energy surge. Don't just chalk it off to like, it's just no. This is the universe is speaking to you, man. The time is communicating with you. It is time. It is time to take more risk, be more bold, right? Take more chances, right? Have more faith, have more confidence, have more courage, right? Walk with faith. That's all you need is walk with faith and trust, and deep knowing that everything will work out, that you are divinely guided and protected. You are carried by spirit, by source, energy. God got you and won't ever forsake you or leave you. Ever. You got to know that. All right. Rapid change. It is characterized by momentum, speed, and transformative action. It is considered a time to break old patterns and pursue long-held ambitions with fire. If I tell you, Kimona is a witness. Kimona is a witness, and she got to tell you guys somehow. She got to make a video, like, because she hasn't known me too long, but long enough. We're intimate enough, right? We're together enough. We share enough ideas, enough ambitions, enough fears, enough hopes, right? Where she knows that the energy that I'm walking into now, the energy that I've embraced, that I'm moving with already this year, right? We already started a new business, right? Like the energy that I'm walking into and walking with this year is breaking old habits, old patterns, right? Pursuing long-held ambitions with fire, with passion, right? Freedom and independence. The horse represents a drive for autonomy and a refusal to be constrained by routine or authority. Leadership and innovation. Fire horse years are historically linked to bold social movements, cultural shifts, and technological breakthroughs. I don't know about none of you, but Zoran Kwame Mamdani, I got goosebumps, becoming the mayor of New York City, right? Becoming the mayor of New York City, being sworn in on a Quran in the old subway station. Bold social movement. Him running for mayor, bold social movement, right? Bold social movement. Cultural shifts and technological breakthrough. I'm going to say this. The business that I started is a tech business, right? It's a tech business. Like, who would have freaking thought? Like, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have thought. Or not like this, because the question was there, the thought was there around, right? The idea of the issue, right? People going back and forth to prison and all of this stuff. Like, what do I do with this? What is this? What's the problem? Blah 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 blah. 4 years ago, between 3 and 5 years ago, it came as technology, right? In such a way, right? And now it's here. It's alive, and we're gonna share it in the next couple of days or so, right? We're gonna talk about it more, and I'm super excited, right? Because, like, again, I felt it, and I know that wasn't me thinking, like, sitting and trying to write and like trying to come up with a plan, like, all right, what do I do? All right, it was, again, thought coming, question coming years ago, coming back, and then coming back more, and it just keeps coming, and just I read something else, or I'm doing something else with somebody, and I see this and I experience it, I'm like, oh, snap. And then it just comes to me, boom, this could be used for that, right? This could be used for that. This could go here. This could solve that problem. It's just like, it's literally like pieces to the puzzle being put together in my mind. But not that I'm consciously thinking about the issue. I'm living my life, right? I'm living my life, and I'm going and I'm flowing, and then things are just coming, and I'm, again, in tuned enough now to be like, okay, okay, that right there, okay, that came, all right, that could go over here, right? Then that's when the consciousness comes in. When something comes intuitively, and I'm aware of it, and I'm like, okay, boom, we're gonna put that way here. This piece goes here, right? That's the work. That's the builder's work, right? Let's talk more historical significance and superstition. Past years, the recent fire horse years included 1906 and 1966. The Hino Uma superstition in Japan, a centuries-old belief suggests that women born in fire years have a strong temperament that could shorten their husband's life. This led to a significant 25% birth rate, drop in birth rates. Ooh. Feminine power. Modern interpretations often reclaim this as a symbol of the spiritual warrior, or a year with feminine intuition becomes especially heightened and disruptive to the status quo, which I think we all agree that we need, right? Let's go back here for a second, right? Let's go back here. Energy expect powerful for momentum, passion, speed, and a strong drive for independence, right? For individuals, a year to embrace challenges, pursue goals with determination, and foster new connections. For society, often associated with upheaval, cultural shifts, and collective movements pushing for change and freedom, right? Is significance, a potent, high-octane cycle for rapid progress, innovation, and challenging limitations following the reflective snake year. Now, let's go over here real quick, right? Because that was just the year of the horse, right? Year of fire horse, even more so. It said it was something that I was reading. It was talking about 1966, and I can't find it here. All right, but you get the picture. This is the year for radical change, radical transformation. All you got to do is be in tune, right? You can read some more, talk to some more people, right? I'm gonna always suggest meditation as a form, as a tool to tune in more to yourself, right? Meditate, listen to soft music, classical music. Get back to your hobbies: painting, drawing, dancing, sculpting, right? Fixing things, building things, putting puzzles together, playing games, walking by the water, right? Do the things that you do that make you feel at peace. Do the things that you do that make you feel calm, because one thing I've learned is that the easiest way to scare off a big idea is to have a confused and chaotic mind. Big ideas can't root in chaos. They can only root in calm and stillness. So you got to calm yourself down. A lot of us, rightfully so, are, what's the word? We're I mean, the world is in chaos, right? Like, so we are chaotic inside, right? Like, a lot of us allow what's going on outside to determine what's going on inside. And that happens, but as an individual, each of us has the power, and we need to take the agency, right? I suggest and encourage us to take the agency to not let what's going on in the outside world affect the inside, but on the flip side, allow what's going on in your inside world to impact the outside. So allow your peace to impact the outside. So yes, the world is chaotic, right? There's a lot of stuff happening, always a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff happening in your family, a lot of stuff happening in your community, a lot of stuff happening, period, right? Across the freaking spectrum that's connected to you. And it's going to affect you. But life is not about what happens to you. It's about how you deal with what happened to you. So all of these chaotic situations that happen and all of these things that are taking place, right, is you have the power to feel it, to experience it, to feel the anger, to feel the sadness, to be crying, to be ready to do anything and everything. You have the power to still sit with yourself and to breathe and to process so that you can transmute, so that you can transmogrify, so that you can transform that energy. You can transform that energy. Shana Mir said it. That's where I'm going. As within, so without. You can allow, and we all need to allow our inner world to positively impact the outer world. So let your peace fall upon the people around you. When people around you come to you in chaos, right, and they don't know what to do when they're talking to a sister last week, right, a few days ago. She called, great idea, but she's talking crazy fast, and it's like this, and I'm like, slow down. Sometimes my boo, my babe, her energy is like, I'm like, babe, slow down. Calm down, take your time. Slow down. Take a breath. All right, like, because one thing I've learned is that I have that energy too, right? And so like when I have that energy, I've learned now, again, my life is completely different now. But historically, right, years ago when I've been in that energy, it hasn't normally led to good, right? Either again, it was at some points in my life, it was violence that came out of that energy, right? It was me saying things that I didn't mean that came out of that energy, or simply just making decisions that when I reflected later wasn't in my best interest, right? Or the best interest of people around me, right? And so I've learned, like, take a breath, calm down, slow this shit down, slow this shit down. Like, and there's a difference between moving with speed, right, and moving chaotically. They can look the same, right? Making decisions with speed can look the same as making decisions chaotically, but the difference is making decisions with speed, taking action with speed, bold action with fucking speed, is you know exactly what you're doing and you know why you're doing it. That's different than chaotic energy where you may move with speed, but you don't really understand what you're doing, you don't really know why you're doing, you're just doing shit because you feel like you got to do shit. There's a huge difference, right? So slow down, take your time, right? Change the music. Change the music. Hip hop is beautiful. I love hip hop, but sometimes hip hop is too much. Sometimes I need some classical music. Sometimes I need some soft jazz. Sometimes I need some R&B. Sometimes I need some 90s R&B, some 2000s R&B, and sometimes I need some freaking rhythm and blues. I need some 70s music, some 60s music. I need some older music, 80s music. I need a different vibe. And sometimes I need meditation music, right? Sometimes I need meditation music. I need to hear some water sounds, to hear some freaking Tibetan flutes, right? Sometimes I need to hear some African drums, right? And like, it's okay to switch it up. That comes with being in tune, knowing what you need to express, right? Or to help filter the energy that's inside of you and help express it so that you can move in a way that is harmonious to what's going on, right? And not just what's going on outside, but to where you want to go and where you want to be. Slow the fuck down. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to take your time. I said recently, and I don't know if it was Sunday Light or SR Daily during the week, but I said it is often better to take your time in making a decision, right? That is 100% what you want to do, where you want to go, than it is to make a brash decision and ultimately, like, everybody's mad, right? No, I said it's better to take your time making a decision and people around you are mad at you, even though you're fine with the decision in the time, than to make a brash decision. People, number one, you make the brash decision, they ain't gonna like you, they ain't gonna like it anyway, right? Because like it's not right and exact. And then you're not gonna be satisfied with the outcome and with the results of that brash decision. So take your time. One constant is change. You don't have to try to change. Change is going to happen. You just have to be in tune. Life is going to change around you. You, as long as you are alive, you are going to change. Your body is going to change. Your mind is going to change one way or another, right? The weather's going to change. The seasons are going to change. Change is going to happen. Change is the one thing in life that is constant. So you don't gotta, yo, I just want to change. Just live. Life is going to change you, right? The question is intention. Are you being intentional with the change? Are you changing in a way that is in alignment with your higher self, right? With the life that you want to be living, right? With maybe the life that is needed, right? The lifestyle or the change, the transformation that is needed for your people. Again, your people, whether that's your immediate family, your community, right? Your race, right? Are you living in a way that brings you fulfillment, that causes no harm to your people, right? And that actually moves humanity forward. It's alignment. Now, yo, listen, this is where things get a little crazy because everybody's destiny is not the same. So everybody, when we talk about the year of the horse, everybody's passion, everybody's fire is not the same. And it's not all for the good. It's all good ultimately in the grand scheme of things, but some people are going to show you their hand. And it's going to be something different than what you thought. I don't think, I've said this multiple times, in philosophy class, Kingsborough Community College, Saturdays, 2000 and, when was I there? 2000 and, man, I was there a long time ago, 2002, 2004. I was there a lot of times, dropping out, going back, dropping out, going back. But philosophy class was 2002. Yeah, spring 2002. Philosophy, Saturdays. My favorite part, my favorite discussion, my favorite question was on human behavior. And it was like, are humans born good and society corrupts them, or humans born bad and government keeps humans in line, right? Keeps humans in check, right? Creates order. And all the debates, right? It's like both. I think humans are born on a spectrum, right? Energetic spectrum. And then as I aged and as I got into agriculture, right? Urban agriculture back in 2012, 2011, 2013 with farm school, learning botany, right? Learning about plants and the biological makeup of plants, and understanding that there are some plants that have never been touched, that have never been altered or modified by humans, that are naturally poisonous. They grow poisonous. And the plant is just a plant, right? It's like, I'm just growing. But if you, as a human, if me or you, if we touch it, if we smell it, if we taste it, it can harm us and even kill us. So the plant is just being a plant, but it's dangerous to us, right? If we leave it alone and allow it to exist in its space, it's perfectly fine. Now, even then, it may affect other plants, right? Like things grow wild. And so like this plant next to that plant. So that's what sometimes you do got to come in as a gardener, as a farmer, and you got to move this, right? All right, don't touch that poisonous plant, but these other plants that are the energy is being sucked out, right? And they're dying because of their proximity to this plant. Let's move them over. Let's not touch that plant. Let's just move these plants over. Let's dig them up, replant them over here. Is it not the same for humans? If we're going to say that there are some humans that are born extremely altruistic, naturally. They naturally just want to love and do good in the world. Naturally, that's all they want to do. If we're going to say that, we know that the continuum, right? The continuum is real. So the spectrum, extremely positive. The opposite has to be true. There are humans that are born naturally to cause destruction, to cause pain, right? To create systems, to create spaces where death, murder, right, happen, right? Anguish. Is that not true? So then, when we talk about transformation, understanding, being in tune, being able to recognize when you, as an individual, are on a path and you're in the subway, recognizing, right? For example, you're in a train station here in New York City, recognizing someone else in the same space who may be on the opposite end of the spectrum. This is where discernment comes into play, because there are people who are, let's use quote unquote, acting out, right? They're behaving in a way that is dangerous or detrimental to themselves and others. Some because they want attention, some because they've been ignored, some because they need help, right? They need mental and emotional support, right? They're hungry, right? And one thing we know, they're hungry and or they're sick. One thing we know is that when you're hungry, right, the things you do is like sometimes you do some fucked up things. And when you're sick, when your gut is fucked up, right, and you're not feeling well, like Jerome said, a lot of people don't do well simply because they don't feel well. You don't feel well, you're angry, you're frustrated, you don't know what the fuck is wrong, or they told you what's wrong, but there's no fucking cure. And now you're just out there and you're just like, oh, you just want to make everybody feel your pain. Because if I'm in pain and I got no solution, it's my responsibility, right? I feel it's my responsibility. If I'm in pain and there's no solution to my pain, there's no way to healing, I feel like it is my responsibility to then make your life a living hell. If I don't love myself, there's no way I can love you, right? If I don't really love myself, if I hate myself and I actually like think I should be dead, I don't want to live anymore, I'm going to do everything I can to cause as much pain to as many people as possible, because maybe in me causing those people pain, somebody will take me out of my misery, because I ain't going to kill myself. This is real energy, real thought process, right? So some people need help. Other people, they just naturally, and that's all they want. Like some people, you can't speak morals to them. You can't speak, quote unquote, what's right and wrong to them. You can't, like, you fucking, Jesus the Christ is quoted as saying, do not give your pearls to pigs, for fear they will trample them underfoot, turn and devour you. You try to give these gems, this wisdom, this love to somebody who is born on the opposite end of the spectrum and does not want love in that way at all, you find yourself in a fucking ditch. Literally, figuratively, both. So discernment is key. So recognize in this year of great passion, great opportunity for transformation. Not everybody wants you to transform and do well. Everybody's transformation is not for the betterment of, quote unquote, betterment of the environment. Some people's transformation, they're going from maintaining and playing it cool, playing it safe. They're going to now, I'm going to fuck all this shit up. I'm going to burn everything down. That's the energy they're going to. Some of them we see some of them in government, right? Like different levels of government. We see some of those people. We know some of those people in different industries, entertainment industry, music industry, freaking, we know some of those people, man. They're out there. It's real. They ain't got a lick of love for anybody out there. Now, this is where the challenge comes. Even though they may not have genuine love in their hearts for people, there's some people who have genuine love in their hearts for them. And that's when we breathe and we figure out what do we do, because taking this person and putting them over here is going to make this person feel some type of way that's going to create, and now the cycle will continue, right? So what do? We slow the fuck down. We don't make any irrational, rash decisions. We move with intention. We move with love, with purpose, right? We seek wise counsel. You talk to people in your neighborhood, talk to people in your family, talk to people online who you think have a similar mission, a similar goal, and you like the way they think about things. Talk to them, and we get together, we gather as community, we figure out what do we do, how do we address this issue, right? If there's specifically a person or group of people in our neighborhood or in our midst who is behaving in a way that's detrimental to the rest of us, what do we do? How do we move forward? How do we address this person? How do we address these people? What's the solution to this problem? Because this person, these people is causing a problem for these people, for us, for in this way. What do we do about that? You ask the question, the answer will come. Right? You ask the question, the answer will come. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear as ancient wisdom. Slow down, though. Slow down. Slow down. And embrace the transformation, man. Like, all of that is real, but like, have fun with this shit. This shit is supposed to be fun. We're gonna fuck up. We're gonna make mistakes. We ain't gonna get it right all the time. You ain't gonna get it right all the time. But if you move, I believe wholeheartedly that as long as you move with faith, as long as you move with the right intentions, everything's gonna work out fine. Even if it doesn't seem like it immediately. Everything, no energy escapes the universe. So you put out good energy. Even if you gotta stumble a few times, it's gonna come back. And right now, let go of those old patterns. Let go of those old habits. Right? Do your best to shed that dead skin. Is shedding whether you wanted to or not. I know it came out article, it said last year the alcohol, right, sales plummeted. People are not drinking as much alcohol as they used to. I don't drink anymore. Almost 3 years. February 13th gonna be 3 years since I've had any sip of anything alcohol related. Beer, wine, I don't want a shot. I don't want to sip. I don't care if it's a birthday. I don't care what holiday. I don't drink no more. Right? And so many people, I have friends who don't drink no more, who used to drink, friends I used to get drunk with. They don't drink no more, and all of us at different times. They don't drink no more. A lot of us ain't drinking no more. Like, the old skin is being shedded. Are you willing to let it go? Like, it's trying to shed. Let that shit go. Don't try to hold on to that shit. This is what I've always done. This is what my grandparents did in our country back home. That's okay. That's for them. You can leave it back there. You ain't got to keep carrying it, right? You don't got to. You can identify with your culture in a different way. How about moving them forward in a place that they've never been? Maybe your family has never been in this place where. How about moving them in that direction? You ain't got to do what they've always done. If you do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always had. It's okay to do new things. It's okay to embrace a new way. It's okay to transform your life so that you can see a new day. That's a bar. Yo, listen, man, that is our show for today. Thank you guys so much. We are going to get into a meditation. I hope there were some things that were said that were beneficial to you. I appreciate you all tuning in. I see you, Optical Eyewear. Thank you for tuning in. Very cool cash. What's going on, OG? I appreciate you, KK LaShawn. Want to check in everywhere. She is everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. You gotta love it. I appreciate you. Said Fusin Cobras to take control of your destiny. Absolutely. Listen, let's burn some Palo Santo and get into a meditation. If you're able to, if you were laying or if you were sitting, even if you were standing or walking, right? Just take a moment to be still. You're walking, if you can, stop walking for a moment and just still yourself. Right? If you're standing, lean against a wall, lean against something, and just still yourself for a moment. If you're sitting, again, allow your feet to be planted firmly beneath you on the floor. Allow your back to be straightened by the chair behind you, or the couch, or wherever you were sitting. Allow your arms to rest gently in your lap or by your side. Allow your head to lean forward so that your chin is in your chest. And allow your eyes to close ever so softly. And simply become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your breath. Allow your breathing to slow down to a steady pace. In this moment, I want you to just see yourself as you are on the inside. See your thoughts, see your feelings, see your emotions, see them all interacting with each other, see them all separately. See yourself becoming more than what you currently are, more than what you've always been. See yourself becoming bigger, becoming stronger, becoming more confident, becoming more courageous, becoming more creative, becoming more compassionate, becoming more forgiving, becoming more understanding, becoming more of a risk taker, becoming more faith filled, becoming more patient, becoming more strong, more firm, more rooted in your purpose and in your truth. See yourself becoming more than you've ever been. This is the time. This is the time to embrace those signs of transformation, those signs that it's time to change. It's time to do something different. It's time to follow through on a big, bold idea. It's time to let go of that relationship that is no longer serving you, that has brought you nothing but pain, confusion, sadness, grief. No matter what the dynamic is, it's time to move away. You know it in your heart. You know it in your soul. Embrace the moment. Trust yourself. Trust your process. Know that the divine is always with you, always guiding you and protecting you. May your transformation be peaceful, but more importantly, may it be right and exact. Know that you are loved. Know that you are cherished. Know that you are sacred and you are adored. You are stronger than you think. You are more powerful than you know. And you are greater than you can ever imagine. I love you. I love you. I love you. Shay, Shay, Shay. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, move your toes, move your fingers. Come back to the space. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Sunday Light. It's going to be a beautiful year. It's going to be a painful year. Transformation isn't always comfortable. It doesn't always feel good, but it's always feel good. So embrace it all. Surround yourself with a community of people to support you, community of people to hold you up when you feel overwhelmed. And remember to always go within before making any radical decisions. Travel safe, travel light. Look forward to seeing you guys next week on Sunday Light. Now, join us during the week, Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. A little later time, shorter show, but we are here on the same channels: Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course Instagram Live. Peace and love.